Close your eyes for a second and picture this. A warm slice of toast, fresh from the toaster, with a golden smear of butter melting into every crispy corner. That rich, creamy goodness is where it all began, the world's love for spreads. Today, we're not just talking butter. We're diving into the heart of something even more irresistible. Nutella, that smooth, chocolatey, nutty spread that makes mornings magical and midnight snacks unforgettable. Ever wondered how this jar of pure joy comes to life? Well, grab a spoon, because we're taking you on an epic, exclusive tour inside the Nutella factory. From sun-soaked cocoa farms to gleaming machines churning out thousands of jars. We're peeling back the curtain on how Nutella is made in bulk. This isn't just a process, it's a global adventure, packed with jaw-dropping machines, surprising secrets, and a whole lot of heart. Ready to see how your favorite spread goes from farm to table? Let's jump in. Our journey kicks off in the lush, steamy fields of Côte d'Ivoire, where the world's best cocoa beans grow. Imagine endless rows of cocoa trees, their leaves shimmering under the African sun. Heavy with colorful pods, bright yellows, fiery oranges, and deep reds. These pods are like nature's candy, and the farmers here are the real MVPs. With quick, careful swings of their machetes, they slice down only the ripest pods, treating each one like a precious gem. It's a sight to behold workers moving through the fields, baskets overflowing with pods that hold the key to Nutella's chocolatey soul. Fun fact, one cocoa pod can hide up to 50 beans inside, and it takes thousands of pods to fill just one factory shift. The pods are loaded onto trucks, bouncing along dirt roads to a nearby processing unit, where the real action starts. You can almost smell the earthy, tropical air as we pull up to the next stop. At the processing unit, it's like stepping into a high-tech wonderland. The pods roll in, still warm from the sun, and meet their match. A giant machine that splits them open with laser-like precision. Picture it, hundreds of pods tumbling into the cutter, their tough shells cracking to reveal a creamy, white pulp, hugging the cocoa beans inside. It's like opening a treasure chest. Workers, dressed in spotless gear, keep a sharp eye on the process, making sure every bean is perfect. The beans are scooped out, still coated in that sticky pulp, which here's a cool twisty, sometimes turned into a tangy juice in local markets. The beans themselves need a little TLC before they're ready. They're spread out on huge tops under the blazing sun, drying slowly as the pulp hardens into a thin, crackly skin. Workers rake the beans with long wooden tools, their movements smooth and steady, like a dance passed down through generations. The air fills with a faint chocolatey scent, sneak peek of what's to come. Once the beans are dry, it's time for a serious quality check. Experts swoop in, snapping beans in half to test their texture. A good bean breaks with a clean, crisp snap proof. It's ready for the big leagues. Did you know a single bad bean can ruin a whole batch of Nutella? That's why these folks are so picky. The best beans slide into massive hoppers, where vibrating machines shake off the dried skins like peeling an orange. The naked beans, now gleaming and ready, head to the roaster, beast of a machine that looks like it could launch a rocket. Inside, the beans tumble in waves of heat, turning a deep, rich brown as their chocolatey aroma explodes. You'd swear the whole building smells like a giant chocolate bar. The roasted beans are separated from their husks, which get whisked away to be recycled, leaving only the pure cocoa behind. Next stop, the grinding room, is where things get seriously delicious. The roasted beans dive into industrial grinders, their blades spinning so fast they blur. In seconds, the beans transform into a thick, glossy paste called cocoa liquor. Imagine a river of melted chocolate flowing through the machine, so smooth it's practically begging to be tasted. This cocoa liquor is the heart of Nut flavor, and it's handled with kid gloves. The machines are dialed in to get the texture just right, not too gritty, not too slick. Fun fact, one batch of cocoa liquor can fill thousands of Nutella jars. Workers test samples, sniffing and tasting to ensure every drop is perfect. As the cocoa liquor flows into giant vats, it's ready to meet its teammates. Sugar, milk, hazel, and a touch of magic. But first, let's chase down those other ingredients, each with its own epic story. We're off to the sugar fields of Europe, where sugar beets grow fat and juicy under wide, open skies. These knobby roots don't look like much, but they're the secret to Nutella sweetness. Farmers use massive harvesters to pluck the beets from the earth, their machines rumbling like tanks across the fields. At the processing plant, the beets get a serious makeover. They're washed, sliced into thin ribbons, and boiled until they release their sugary goodness. Picture it, steaming vats of beet pulp, slowly turning into sparkling white sugar crystals. Did you know it takes 15 pounds of beets to make just 1 pound of sugar? That's a ton of work for a little sweetness. The sugar is sifted, tested, and packed into containers, ready to join the Nutella party. Only the purest, finest granules make the cut, ensuring every spoonful of Nutella hits that perfect sweet spot. Now, let's swing by the dairy farms, where happy cows are the stars of the show. These cows live the good life grazing on lush green hills, munching on the best feed, and even getting regular checkups to keep them in tip-top shape. The farmers swear that happy cows make sweeter milk, and who are we to argue? Imagine the scene. Cows lounging in the sunshine, their bells jingling softly as they chew. The milk is collected fresh every day, then turned into a superfine powder that's smoother than a summer breeze. This milk powder is what gives Nutella its creamy, dreamy texture. Did you know it takes gallons of milk to make enough powder for one day's production? The powder is tested for quality, then shipped to the factory, where it's ready to mingle with the cocoa. It's like the cows are sending a little love to every jar. Next, we're jetting to Turkey, the hazelnut haven of the world. The Black Sea coast is blanketed with orchards, where hazelnut trees stretch as far as the eye can see. When harvest time hits, it's all hands on deck. Machines shake the trees, sending nuts raining down like a nutty thunderstorm. But it's not just nuts, leaves and twigs crash down to no worries, though clever sorting machines use blasts of air to pick out the hazelnuts, leaving the debris behind. Fun fact, Turkey grows over 70% of the world's hazelnuts, and Nutella snaps up a huge chunk of them. At the factory, the nuts are roasted until they're golden and fragrant. Their smell so good you'll want to bottle it. The roasted nuts are ground into a silky paste, checked by hand to ensure no bad nuts sneak through. This hazelnut paste is Nutella's soul, giving it that nutty kick we all crave. The last piece of the puzzle is palm oil, the ingredient that keeps Nutella smooth and spreadable. In tropical plantations, workers harvest bright red palm fruits from towering trees. These fruits are steamed, pressed, and turned into a golden oil that's refined to perfection. Sustainability is a big deal. Here factories use certified suppliers to keep things eco-friendly. Did you know palm oil is what stops Nutella from turning into a solid brick? It's the unsung hero of spreadability. The oil is loaded into tankers, ready to join the other ingredients at the factory. As we follow it, you can feel the excitement building. We've got cocoa, sugar, milk, hazelnuts, and palm oil, everything we need to make Nutella magic happen. Back at the factory, it's showtime. The production line is like a futuristic playground, all shiny steel and worry machines. First, the cocoa liquor and hazelnut paste get cozy in giant mixers, blending into a smooth, chocolatey dream. The smell hits you like a warm hug. Rich cocoa and toasty nuts swirling together. Sugar and milk powder join the mix, measured out to the last grain for perfect balance. Did you know it can take 6 hours to blend one batch? That's how much care goes into getting the flavor just right. A dash of vanilla, a pinch of salt, and a few secret ingredients locked away in the Nutella vault are added, making the mix sing. The machines churn slowly, letting the flavors melt into each other, creating that velvety texture we all know and love. Now comes the fun part, filling the jars. Picture a parade of sparkling glass jars, gliding down the conveyor belt like they're on a red carpet. Robotic nozzles swoop in, pouring warm Nutella into each jar, the chocolate swirling like a creamy whirlpool. It's so satisfying you'll want to hit replay. The jars are sealed with airtight lids, locking in that fresh, nutty goodness. Fun fact, Nutella's jar design is inspired by classic Italian glassware, giving it that extra touch of charm. Labels slap on with a flick, the iconic red and white logo shining bright. For big orders, buckets get the same VIP treatment, their lids rolled on tight by machines that move like clockwork. Detectives scan every container, making sure nothing slips through the cracks. It's a ballet of precision, and it's impossible to look away. As we zoom out, the scale of this operation hits hard. Nutella factories churn out enough spread to fill millions of jars every year, shipping to over 160 countries. From Italy's breakfast tables to America's PB&J sandwiches, a global superstar. But it's not just about numbers. It's about the people, the farmers picking cocoa pods, the workers fine-tuning machines, the testers sniffing every batch. This is a labor of love, a blend of old-school care and new-school tech. Did you know Nutella's recipe has barely changed since it was born in Italy decades ago? That's the power of a classic. As the final jars roll into boxes, ready to ship, Worldwide, you can't help but feel a rush of pride. This factory isn't just making spread, it's making moments, from cozy mornings to late-night cravings. Before we wrap up, let's linger on the factory floor one last time. The machines hum like a heartbeat, the air smells like a chocolate shop, and every jar carries a story of sunlit fields and skilled hands. Nutella's more than a spread, it's a spark of joy, a little treat that makes life sweeter. Whether you're slathering it on pancakes, dipping strawberries, or sneaking a spoonful straight from the jar, you're part of this incredible journey. From the cocoa farms to the factory, every step is a masterpiece of flavor and care. So, next time you twist open a jar, think about the adventure it took to get to you. If this tour blew your mind, hit that like button, subscribe, and share the love. Let's keep exploring the world's tastiest secrets together. See you in the next video.